there is a big difference between Ron Paul supporters in general, like people that may support Ron Paul because of his policies or say like a religious motivation, and specifically conspiracy theorists, okay? Because if you're a conspiracy theorist, you're not going to expect Ron Paul to concede to a vice presidential run with Romney. He would much rather go with a third-party run. The only reason that he would have had that he would even say he was not going to go third party. He never said that. He always said, and this is strategic, most people will say, well, he said he was not planning on it. Well, that indicates to us that he's saying, I'm trying the best I can to knock Romney out of the race, get the Republican nomination, and if I don't get that, then I will run third party. He literally just stayed in the race in order to get the media exposure, and he was barely getting that. Now, if he ends up on the ticket, you can be sure that he was forced to run with Romney. And you may think like, well, it's great, at least he'll be able to be in there and influence things. And the answer is, no, they're just influencing us. The worst case scenario is that he and Romney run together, and then they smash their campaign publicly, and do so to ensure another Obama win, which is what I actually expect. They would not put themselves in such a compromising position as to put Romney and Paul in, and don't even worry about whether or not that's compromising. It really isn't. Why? Because the vice presidential office really does not have that much power. Okay, like everything that the vice president could possibly do, the president could easily override. Now, you might also consider that the vice president is just a stand-in, and so people might think like, well, like a stand-in if Romney is if the president's either unavailable, out of contact, out of commission, or worse. And so people might think like, well, you know what? There's his influence. That would be great. That would be great if Ron Paul could, maybe like sabotage. In other words, sabotage the kind of unconstitutional things that the federal government tends to do. And the fact of the matter is that this is not like a pro. It's so you're basically relying on the idea that Romney will ever be out of commission, and I'm not making an assassination type of statement here. Okay, I'm literally just saying that it is totally impossible that even if Romney were out of commission, that somehow Ron Paul wouldn't be in some sort of compromised state already. Okay, here's why. Who's around a person whenever they're in the federal government in such a high position? The Secret Service. Okay, now the Secret Service and the FBI, they get handpicked by the executive office, of which only the president is in control of. So they could very easily force Ron Paul to never act autonomously on his own in that position. Okay, so if it actually did come down to Romney Paul on a ticket and Obama, whoever, on the other ticket, I highly suggest that you do not fall for the trick that they have put us in by voting for Romney Paul. You are much better off voting for Ron Paul, writing his name in if you have to. Well, you would. I hope, we won't even be thinking about the election if Ron Paul showed up as Romney's vice president. I mean, that will just tell us right there that that this election process that we're about to go through is a complete disaster.